So there really hasn't been anything interesting going on around the farm here lately. Just keeping all the livestock fed, comfortable and happy during this winter weather is basically all we've been focused on doing. We started back in our winter farmer market, and that goes on every week, so that takes up some time and getting used to and back into the swing of things with that. But what we like to use our Sundays for is getting everybody prepped for the upcoming week. So with the ewes at our house and the feeder lambs over here at the bank barn, we're right at the end of this batch of feed we had made. And until the next batch gets here, I brought over 3 bags from the house. That should carry over the guys at the bank barn until the next batch shows up to where I can get everybody restocked. Also, I ran out of straw over here at the bank barn this week. The rest of the straw's over at the house, so I brought them over a couple bales. That should get these guys taken care of until we can get more straw brought over here and put up in the top of the barn. So the next thing I need to do to be ready for the week, I need to put down a fresh bale of hay for these belded calves here. They've been eating a bale about every 10 to 14 days. They're fresh out. I kicked that up last night and hope they'd clean up the last little bit. They did a pretty good job, so I'll put them down a fresh bale now. So with that round bale down for these calves, I know they'll be set for the week. The only thing I'll really have to do is make sure I kick up the hay that they knock off the bale. That way they can still access it pretty easy. I went ahead and topped off their water last night. So maybe about Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll have to top it off again. So the next thing I need to do is take one of these round bales down to the feeding floor for the beldies down there because they're starting to run a little low. So now we got this group filled up. They've been going through about 2 bales a week. So sometime in the middle of the week, I'll bring them a new bale down. That'll get them, 3-4 days. It just depends on the weather really on how much they eat. But here recently we've been going through about 2 bales a week. So the next thing I need to do is drop down one of these square bales down to the bottom of the bank barn here. So that way I have hay on hand down there for those feeder lambs. But I need to take about 6-7 bales back home with me. That way it can get me through to the end of the week when I can bring a wagon over here and get a good load for them. So we got these feeder lambs all ready for the week ahead. I just fed them for the night. They're starting to look really good. They're really filling out, which is a good thing. The lamb market's super high right now, and we still have about 4 to 6 weeks until this group will go to the processor. They'll be going to 2 different groups, so these are going to be some really nice big lambs. So over here at the house, I ended up putting a fresh bale of straw here in these used pen. They do a pretty good job. They're able to spread it around the pen themselves in about 10 to 15 minutes. And I got all that hay placed over here. That way I have plenty of hay ready to go for this week to meet their needs. For us on the farm, our week basically runs Monday through Sunday. We try to wrap up all our projects by the end of the weekend or use most of Sunday to line up everything for the week ahead, getting stuff put in place to make our task a little bit easier with the animals. But like this week, there was a lot of stuff I wanted to get done and I just ran out of time. I wanted to get more hay moved over here. I wanted to get these 3 ewes peeled out of here that had lambs in the fall and taken over to the bank barn. But I just ran out of time, so I just basically used today to get ahead of my task with all the livestock for the next week, which is okay because this way I'll be ahead of the ball all week and that'll really help us out, keep things pretty simple. Well, the list of jobs around the farm will never get done. There's always something coming up that we can do. And also, a lot of times we're just picking out the jobs that we know we can get done to help us out and to help out the lives of our livestock. Well, going forward, starting February 14th, that's the date that a couple of these ewes could start having early lambs. So we're really going to start keeping an eye on these ewes just to make sure that everything's going good and watching for any new lambs. Well, that'll wrap up this video. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe.